What is the history of religious pluralism? Have you ever wondered how different religions can coexist in the same region? Religious pluralism is all about that coexistence, especially in Southeast Europe. This area has a rich history of various faiths living side by side. Let's take a closer look at how this came to be. Religious pluralism means that multiple religions can exist peacefully within a society. This idea has roots that stretch back to ancient times. In Southeast Europe, the history of religious pluralism is shaped by a mix of ethnic and religious groups. One major influence was the Ottoman Empire. It ruled over many Southeast European territories for centuries. Under its rule, different religious communities, including Muslims, Orthodox Christians, Catholics, and Jews, were allowed to practice their faiths with a certain level of freedom. The Ottoman Empire used a system called the millet system. This system allowed various religious groups to govern their own affairs. Each community could manage its own religious and civil matters. This setup helped create a diverse religious environment in the region. A key moment in the history of religious tolerance in Europe was the Edict of Torda in 1568. This edict, issued in Transylvania, which is now part of Romania, declared that several Christian denominations could coexist. It recognized Catholics, Calvinists, Lutherans, Unitarians, Jews, and even Muslims. This was one of the earliest examples of formal religious pluralism in Europe. The 30 Years' War, which lasted from 1618 to 1648, also impacted the region. Although it primarily affected Central Europe, it had repercussions in Southeast Europe. The war ended with the Peace of Westphalia in 1648. This treaty allowed rulers to choose their state's religion but also acknowledged the rights of minority faiths. Before the modern era, religious pluralism in Europe was mainly about internal Christian diversity. Orthodox Christianity was the dominant faith in Southeast Europe, while Roman Catholicism was more common in the West. Protestantism was mainly found in the north and parts of Central Europe. Religious minorities like Jews and Muslims were present but often faced discrimination or limited tolerance. The 19th century brought a shift in how people viewed religion. After the French Revolution, religious identity started to be seen as an individual right. This change encouraged legal equality for religious minorities. New nation-states in Southeast Europe began to formally recognize religious diversity, though challenges still existed. In the 20th century, communist regimes in Southeast Europe, such as in Albania and Bulgaria, enforced policies that suppressed religious expression. This had a lasting impact on the region's religious fabric. However, after the fall of communism, religious pluralism began to reemerge. Yet, it faced new challenges, including the rise of religious nationalism. Today, Southeast Europe is still marked by religious pluralism. Orthodox Christianity, Islam, Catholicism, and Judaism coexist in various communities. There are ongoing efforts to manage interreligious relations in modern secular states. The region's history shows how religious pluralism has been a constant presence, shaped by political, social, and cultural changes over time.